Good morning, students of class 9. You all know that we are going through this pandemic situation, and due to the sudden orders of the district magistrate of Purva Bardhaman, we are again locked down, facing the lockdown, and we are all sitting in our homes and we cannot go to your schools to have our classes, regular classes, right? But we cannot stop our studies, we cannot stop learning, and we have to continue all these. So in this week, as you have got the notice through your school website, we are going to send you offline videos. We are going to take the classes in offline videos which will be available in our school YouTube channel and also in the e-portal. So you can watch it, you should watch it, and if you have any queries you can ask questions through your e-portal, or else when everything will be normal, when we will be available in the online classes through Skype, then also you can ask the questions which is there with you or which you don't understand, or those parts which you don't understand. But that doesn't mean that you will not study the parts, and please remember the portions which I have taught, and also take care of yourself. Okay, so class 9, in your social science, that is the history topic which we are dealing, that is the socialism in Europe and Russian Revolution. So we have completed the part, that is the October Revolution, and what happened, what were the changes that took place in Russia after the October Revolution, right? So that time I also told you that as all people were not for or pro Lenin or pro the Bolsheviks or pro communists, the anti-communists, the anti-Lenin or anti-Bolsheviks, they were planning something, and that something took as a civil war in Russia. So as I said, that the whole country by the 1917 December came under the control of the Bolshevik rulers after the October Revolution. The October Revolution took place especially in Petrograd. Then it was done in which part? It was done in other cities like Moscow and others, right? But within December, the whole Russia came under the control of the Bolsheviks. As it came under the Bolsheviks, the anti-Bolsheviks or the anti-communists, they were liberals, but not the radicals. They were not the Democrats, so they were not radical. So these anti-Bolsheviks, especially the Mensheviks, I mentioned this name of the party earlier in my online classes, that the Mensheviks, they started to move towards southern part of Russia. They started to move to the southern part of Russia and started to organize bodies. They started to organize protesters. They started to organize support against the Bolsheviks. So slowly during 1918 and 1918, the Bolsheviks, they started to face a civil war from the anti-Bolshevik people, right? What happened, that the Greens were the socialist revolutionaries, the Whites were the pro-Tsarists, and the Bolsheviks were the Reds. Okay. And the anti-Bolsheviks, they were backed, they were supported by the French, American, British troops. Why? Because they were afraid, they were worried about a communist growth, because other countries all over the world, they follow a system of capitalism, right? They follow a system of capitalism which actually creates a problem. So what happens, that these people, they were backed by the French, American and British people who wanted to support the capitalism, not the socialism, not the communism. Okay, fine. The supporters, they were supporters of private property, because the Bolsheviks, they told that no private properties, right? Because they say that all will be equal, every property will be shared by the country, and the country will give proper share to everything, to everyone, right? As they said this, as they mentioned this, so the owners of the private properties, the owners of the big rich families, they protested. Like for example, today, if you think that if socialism comes in India, and if we tell to Mukesh Ambani and Nita Ambani, by giving them an order that whatever you have, whatever your property, you have to share it with the common people of India, what do you think? That the Mukesh Ambani and Nita Ambani will be willing to do that? Will be very happy to do that? Definitely not. They will not agree, and they will protest against that kind of a system. They will protest against the socialism, and that is why the socialism can't be there in India or countries like that where people have tasted capitalism. So as Karl Marx, the father of communism, he once said that whatever you do, wherever you go, there will be only two communities. One who will have everything with them, and two who will have nothing with them. Understood? That means one group of people will have everything. They will have advantages, they will have money, they will have house, they will have jobs, they will have every other thing. But there will be other group who will have nothing. They will not have position, they will not have identity, they will not have education, they will not have money, they will not have property, nothing will be there. So whatever you do, wherever you go, the Karl Marx said that the society will be having two different categories. Okay. So by January 1920, the Bolsheviks, they control most of the former Russian Empire, and they succeeded due to the cooperation with non-Russian nationalists like the Muslims, like the other people, because among the Russian group there was a lot of people who were against the Bolsheviks. So to increase the supporter base, to increase the supporters of the Bolsheviks, they started giving advantages, or they started supporting the non-Russians who were living in Russia for professional or some other reason. Okay. Partly to remedy this, most non-Russian nationalists were given political autonomy in the Soviet Union, and the state of the Bolsheviks created from Russian Empire in December 1922. So they were given the autonomy, and they were given the Russian nationality, and the Soviet Union was created in 1922. So it was then, or it was thus called, the USSR, United Socialist Soviet of Russia. So this was there. So what we can understand, that the civil war broke out in different parts of Russia who were against the Bolsheviks, but the Bolsheviks suppressed them with the help of non-Russians, with the increase of non-Russian supporters in their team, and they finally created one communist country in 1922, which was named as United Socialist Soviet of Russia. Understood? Fine. So in my next video, in my next class, we will be talking about the Stalin's collectivization program, and how Stalin, after Lenin, took the charge of Russia. Okay? Till then, goodbye.